Now, news that works for you. This is WGXA News.
An Easter weekend full of car accidents. I'm Eric Mock, working for you tonight out here on I-75 to find out why so much trouble on the road in such a short amount of time.
Several shootings across Baldwin County. We're taking you to the scene tonight. What investigators blame for slowing down solving these crimes.
Plus, after a soggy weekend, I'm already tracking our next round of rain. And it's not just the rain I'm worried about. Details on what to expect straight ahead.
And a Georgia lottery winner shot dead in his home. Hear from investigators as 7 suspects hit in jail tonight. Good evening and thanks for watching WGXA News at 10. I'm Amir Jacobson.
And I'm Raymond Tubb.
I mean, we've had 4 or 5 at a time, but I don't ever remember having that many.
Our top story tonight, the Bibb County Sheriff's Office says there were 12 accidents on I-75 between 4 and 6 p.m. Sunday between the Arkwright Road exit and the I-16 split.
Tonight, WGXA's Eric Mock joins us live from I-75, working for you to find out why so many wrecks. Eric, what can you tell us?
Well, Raymond, Amir, you can see that traffic is still moving pretty steadily here at the I-75, I-16 split here in Macon, and it's already past 10 o'clock at night. Now, a lot of drivers were complaining to me during the day that this area can be very dangerous because of the high volume of traffic. Now, add in the rain that we saw yesterday, and you've got a recipe for disaster. This is video I took on my smartphone while driving on I-75 right before the I-16 interchange. The 3-car wreck blocked all 4 lanes of the freeway. I wasn't the only one who got stuck in the traffic.
Is that what you said? Yeah, I came in, I saw the traffic, man. It was like backed all the way up past Riverview, all the way back there. It looked like we're going down to an Arkwright.
I could see 4 accidents from the road, but Bibb County Sheriff's Lieutenant Brad Wolf says that was just the tip of the iceberg.
From 4 o'clock, right at 4 o'clock yesterday evening until about 6:15, there were 12 accidents.
You heard him right. 12 car wrecks in just 2 hours between the Arkwright Road exit to the I-75, I-16 interchange. Wolf says rain had a hand in this.
My guess would be that heavy amount of rain in a short period of time. I believe the first accident may have been a hydroplane. Vehicle spun out of control and hit the wall, and then it was chain reaction kind of after that.
But even on a good day, the area around the I-16 split can be a dangerous one.
Like, we were going down 16 just 15 minutes ago, and there was this car in front of us that just acted like she didn't know what she was doing. She ran off the road, ran back onto the road, ran off the road.
Travelers or people from out of town that are driving, they don't really know what to do when it comes up to the split. You know, there's no other highway situation like that in the rest of the state that I know of.
Wolf says sometimes this interchange can't handle the amount of traffic.
I think it's just outgrown what the design can handle. I think there's just such a volume of traffic coming through there every day.
Macon drivers agree that something needs to be done about the I-16, I-75 split.
And like I said, I mean, I think they should have a double lane right there getting onto 16 like they do 75.
So, I mean, they go 10 stories high with the highways in Atlanta, Spaghetti Junction. I don't know why we can't do something like that over here.
Now, I've called the Georgia Department of Transportation and emailed them several times today to ask them if anything can be done for the I-75, I-16 split to make it safer for drivers here in Middle Georgia. I still have not heard back from them as of tonight. Any response about this freeway here. For now, live in Macon, Eric Mock, news that works for you.
Eric, thanks. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office wants to keep you protected on the roads. Next weekend, they'll teach you defensive driving class. The mission of that class is to lower the number of traffic accidents by making you a better driver. Classes will be held at the Bibb County Sheriff's Training Academy. That's at 5 and 8:30 on April 5th and the 6th. Head over to our Facebook page, WGXA.tv, and we'll help you get registered.
Well, tonight, law enforcement in Baldwin County say they are dealing with a gang war. This follows a violent weekend with 4 separate shootings. On Friday night, a man driving on Lake Road heard gunshots and later found bullet holes in his car. On Sunday morning, a fight at a home on Ogden Terrace turned deadly. 2 men were shot and taken to the hospital. Several of those shots hit 27-year-old Kelvin Stanton, killing him. A caller reported another drive-by shooting on Horn Avenue in Milledgeville just minutes later. Police say that those drive-by shootings appear to be gang crimes, but they're still looking at possible links.
It's not an issue of saying, you know, they can't be related. It's just wrong to blame every crime we have on the string of drive-by shootings.
The fourth shooting happened Sunday night. A bullet grazed a man in the head at the Graham Housing Project in Milledgeville. Officers say witnesses are not coming forward because they fear retaliation. And that's slowing down the process of solving those crimes. Well, tonight people are thinking about gun safety after 2 accidental shootings in Bibb County. New at 10, WGXA's Brittany Collins is live in studio working for you, telling you how you can protect yourself. Brittany.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says these shootings could have been prevented if the proper training on how to handle a gun took place. I work for you to get some pointers on how to not accidentally shoot someone or even yourself.
It takes one wrong gunshot for accidents to happen. But Chestershire doesn't think guns are an issue. It's the people who use them.
I do believe in guns and gun safety. My dad was an avid hunter, and I hunted when I was younger and went through gun safety course.
At the Circle K convenience store on Northside Drive Sunday night, Janita Hardin was meeting a seller to possibly purchase a gun. She shot herself in her shoulder by accident in the restroom when testing it out.
The weapon should be unloaded at all times. And like I said earlier, not to point that weapon at any object or even at yourself.
Early Monday morning on Lily Avenue, a woman dropped her gun, causing it to go off. Her friend was in another room. The bullet traveled through the wall and into her leg.
Make sure you're pointing away from a person. Make sure that you're not have it pointed toward a room where another person may be in that room.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says you should purchase a gun from a store rather than a person because most stores have training courses.
It will also, show you the pamphlet on, in regards to how to operate that weapon.
Once you take the gun home, it's best to keep it locked in a safe. So accidents don't happen.
So anybody with children, keep them out of the, make sure that it's not, they're not, easily available to the children. Keep them put up and away from them.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office holds gun training courses 4 times a year. Their next one is in May. Reporting live in the studio, Brittany Collins, news that works for you.
Right now, 7 people are in jail after a home invasion that left a Georgia lottery winner dead. Forklift driver Gregory Birch Jr. won the Fantasy 5 drawing last November, racking up nearly $500,000. The 20-year-old bought the winning ticket at the H&R Food Mart on Watson Boulevard in Warner Robins. Birch died after 3 masked men invaded his home in January, demanding his money, then shooting him several times. Ben Hill County Sheriff's Office, the GBI, and the Crisp County DA's office all worked the case together and arrested 22-year-old Rosalind Swain, 24-year-old Kenyana Dios, 21-year-old Javel Johnson, 27-year-old Ernest Holcomb, 19-year-old DeBrentis Overstreet, 28-year-old Nathaniel Baker, and a 17-year-old. Investigators believe that they targeted Birch for his winnings.
We'll work around the clock, and we'll put as many officers as necessary as we did in the beginning, and we've kept these officers on this case around the clock 7 days a week till we got it solved. And the people of Fitzgerald can rest assured when we have a crime, we'll devote whatever time it takes to get the job done.
All 7 are charged with malice murder, aggravated assault, armed robbery, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. Investigators say that more arrests are possible.
Turning things over to weather, I'm in Storm Track Central with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Cox. And Jeff, it sure was an ugly weekend.
Oh, it was awful. I mean, Saturday woke up early from the thunder and lightning.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And then the rain settled in yesterday.
Yeah.
It didn't add up to much as we expected, but certainly made for a nasty egg hunt outside.
Yeah, just messy.
Well, guess what?
More is to come.
More on the way.
Oh,
already seeing it. It's and it may just be more than rain. It may be severe weather, and there's a flooding risk to that also.
Jeez.
So a lot to talk about. That's later in the week. Tonight's not too bad. Latest temperature map. Kind of comfortable out there. Still in the 60s in many spots. And I'll let you know how much rain we could expect in your backyard. That in the 7-day just minutes from now. Amir?
Thank you, Jeff. The Macon-Bibb County Emergency Management Agency will be doing a shelter-in-place drill this Wednesday at 10 a.m. Shelter-in-place means take immediate shelter wherever you are, whether that's home, work, school, or traveling during an emergency. Now, to get people excited about the drill, the EMA wants you to take photos of yourself and everyone in your shelter-in-place location. You can post it to Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram and use the hashtag SIPMaconBib. Again, that drill is at 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning.
Well, rejecting religious freedom bill.
I will veto House Bill 757.
Tonight, reaction to Governor Nathan Deal's decision and what it means for you.
Plus, before you hit the water for a little springtime fun, we're working for you with boat safety tips you won't want to miss. But first, WGXA's Mason Prince joins us now. Hey, Mason.
Hey, Amir. Fort Valley State decided 7 years is enough for one employee, and Mercer football adds a transfer from a future SEC opponent. I'll tell you who it is. The 15th member of Bobby Lamb's 2016 recruiting class coming up later in sports.
Facing a mountain of pressure from businesses and the LGBT community, Governor Nathan Deal vetoes the Religious Liberty Bill.
It's one of the most controversial bills to pass the Georgia General Assembly this session. Supporters say that the bill is meant to protect faith-based organizations, denying services to anyone based on religion. Opponents argue it paves the way for discrimination against the gay and lesbian community.
We just want to make sure we have the same protections here that citizens of other states have.
I mean, I think it's great to have a governor like Nathan Deal step up and stand against discrimination.
I think that our LGBT brothers and sisters and fellow citizens in the state deserve the same respect that, that we give our religious citizens in this state.
Deal's been under pressure from businesses, tech, and entertainment corporations not to sign that bill.
And I think, of course, it wasn't just the two studios that pushed that. Netflix. Also, I think there was consideration about the Super Bowl. Would they entertain a bid from Atlanta to be a host for the Super Bowl? So it was more than just the film and television industry. I think it was sports and entertainment as well.
We see no reason for the reaction from the business community. This is certainly not an anti-business bill.
Deal says that he would have signed the so-called Pastor Protection Act that passed the House of Representatives. Macon Representative Alan Peake says that he wants the Pastor Protection Act to be a standalone bill during the next legislative session. We want your feedback. Do you agree with Governor Deal's decision to veto the Religious Liberty Bill? You can head over to our Twitter page, vote in our poll. In the meantime, leave a comment on our Facebook page.
The Pinkest Party on Earth is back in full swing after a rainy weekend. New tonight, we're learning more about the cherry blossom trees for charity. The Keep Making Bib Beautiful Commission sells the cherry blossom trees at the festival, and all that money goes towards making the community beautiful. Organizers of the event say that they want to take the 360,000 cherry blossom trees already in Macon and add to it.
Well, we want people to buy a tree to put in their yards because we want everybody in Macon to add to the beauty of this city. We have so many visitors who come in from so many different places, and they're so impressed with how pretty Macon is.
You can buy a cherry tree for $10. Keep Making Bib Beautiful will be selling them all week at the Cherry Blossom Festival. Cherry Blossom is now into its second week, and there is no shortage of things to do. All week long, 3rd Street is partying. Each day features a different musical artist. You can also grab some free ice cream and some other refreshments. And if you're ready for your history lesson, there will be horse-drawn carriage rides around town. On Tuesday, you can get into the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame and the Museum of Arts and Sciences in honor of Cherry Blossom Day, and that's free all day. And at 11:30 in the morning, the Authors Luncheon will get underway at the Idle Hour Country Club. For a list of all the Cherry Blossom events, head over to our website, WGXA.tv.
Well, new tonight, Georgia Power awards Navicent Health for being energy efficient. Navicent Health has partnered with the power company by participating in several different energy programs. Georgia Power recognizes the partnership with a check worth more than $19,000. Regional Vice President Ron Shipman says efficiency is everything.
We want customers to use electricity efficiently, as efficient as possible. So what we will do is put programs together to talk with customers as to how they can use electricity more efficiently. And this is one avenue that Navicent has reached out to us to be better at what they do in serving the community.
Navicent Health is encouraging other local businesses to take advantage of the efficient rebate programs too. Well, Aldi is hiring for their store in Milledgeville. The company planning to hold a job fair tomorrow. The job fair is going to be at the Holiday Inn Express on 1839 North Columbia Street, Milledgeville. You can apply between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. and then again between 3 and 6 p.m. Applicants need to have a high school diploma or GED, and you need to pass a background check. New tonight, Macon's first brew pub is soon going to be open downtown. Just Tapped is opening another business, which is going in the former Ginger Stir Fry restaurant location on 2nd Street. The Kesson family plans to hold an unveiling event on March 30th at 4:30. Right now, no breweries sell their product directly on site. Well, Monkey Joe's out of Warner Robins has created the ultimate staycation for you this week. It's part of its grand reopening, and they're doing it, they say, all for a good cause. Monkey Joe's is hosting a Hawaiian-themed week starting today and running through April 1st. The week-long event concludes with a check presentation to Anchor of Hope charity, which provides therapy and offers support to struggling families with children that have special needs.
Now that the weather is warmer, more people are heading out to local rivers. During this spring, the water level rises and falls within all the typical amount of rain that we see. Before you head out for your trip, it's important to remember a few things. Know where you're putting in and taking out your boat and how long your trip will take. Wear a life jacket and have your cell phone to call someone in case you get in trouble. If you happen to fall out, lay on your back until you get close to the shore or the water is below your knee.
Don't get in it when it's much higher than about 11, 12 feet, I would say, if you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, if you've had lots of instruction time on the river, go for it. But if you haven't, don't.
Before heading out, be sure to check with NOAA for the current water levels. For that website and to see where you can rent kayaks or canoes for your trip, go to our website, WGXA.tv.
Those river levels may be rising after the rain we got this weekend.
Yep, but Chief Meteorologist Jeff Cox joins us from Storm Track Central now. And Jeff, you say that there actually could be more rain on the way.
Yeah, I'd definitely think by later this week you'll be lost without the rain gear, but it could come with some added bonuses that we don't want. Severe weather and even some flooding that we'll have to watch out for. That's later this week. Thought we'd get through tonight first.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
That's good, right? Overall, tonight's not too bad. Pretty pleasant out there. We'll talk about that. And we'll look at the nasty stuff later this week. That's up next after the break.